Yes, next our concept is text area. Text area. So as we have learned about the text field, now we are learning text areas. So if you want to give more number of information in a text field, it is not possible. Suppose if you want to type huge amount of information, is not possible in your text field. If you want to only type, if you can type only single line of a text in your text field controls. So to handle this situation, the AWT includes a simple multi-line editor. So we need to type multiple lines of informations. Then we are having multiple line editor that is called text area. So here text area is also a component of AWT, and we are using text area to type multiple lines of text as input. Okay, let us see what are the constructors of text area. Text area throws headless exception. Text area int number lines comma int numchars throws headless exceptions. So here text area throws headless exception means it consists of default text area control. It doesn't consist of any number of lines and any number of characters. In second format, it consists of number of lines and number of characters. So you can specify this much of lines and this much of characters per line. Okay, this much of characters per line. And third format is string area, text area of a string str. You can type strings of information. And in the fourth constructor, you can type text area string str comma int number of lines comma int number of characters. You can type in number of strings within the number of specified lines and within the number of characters per line. Okay, and next fourth format, you can type the string. You can type the string within the n number of lines and with n number of characters with scroll bars. Okay, yes. Let us see, these are the constructor here. It is specified in the fourth and fifth as we have familiar, and here S bar is given. This S bar stands for scroll bars. If you specify the value of a scroll bars as both, you are getting horizontal scroll bar as well as vertical scroll bar. You can get horizontal as well as vertical scroll bars. Okay, and now scroll bars none. If you say as a scroll bars none, no scroll bars will be appear in your text area control. Scroll bars hyphen horizontal only means you will get horizontal scroll bar in only in your text area control, and scroll bars underscore verticals only, then you will get only vertical scroll bar in your text area control. Yes, let us see, text area is a subclass of text component. Text area is a subclass of text component. Therefore, it supports the get text method, set text method, get selected text, select method, is editable method, and set editable method. So as we know, what do you mean by get text? Get text means accessing the content of your text area control. Set text means you are setting the text to your text area control. Get selected text means you are accessing some portion of the text in your text area control. If you are using select means you are selecting some of the content in your text area control. Is editable means it checks whether it is editable or not. Okay, is editable method means it checks whether it is editable or not. If it is editable, then it will return true. If it is not editable, then it will return false. And set editable method is you are setting the editable method for modification, for modifying. Yes. Okay, let us see, text area adds the following methods. The following methods are implemented in your text area. One is void append. In void append, you are adding string str. Okay, append method means already you are familiar. You are adding some of a text in your text area control. Void insert, so you can insert the text in your text area field in appropriate index. Okay, so wherever the index you are specified on that location, in that location only it can accessible. Okay, next void replace range. Here replace range means you are replacing the text starting the index and ending index. Wherever the starting index and ending index you are specifying, at that location whatever the text is exist, it will be replaced. Okay, let us see. The append method appends the string specified by the str to the end of the current text. Insert method inserts the string passed in str at the specified index. To replace text, call replace range method. It replaces the character from start index to end index -1. It replaces the characters from start index to end index -1 with the replacement text passed in str. Let us see. The following program creates text area control. Okay, yes. Let us see. This is the program. Here we are displaying, that is demonstrate text area, import java.awt.star, import java.applet.star. Here we are not having any event because we are not able to perform any events in your text area. Okay, so next you are writing the applet code. In the applet code you are using the code attribute. In the code attribute you are supplying the value as class name, right? Class name dot class file. Actually we have to supposed to give class. Okay, and next public class text area demo. Public class text area demo extends applet. So it is inheriting the features of applet. In void init method you are taking one string value, name of the variable is val, and you are assigning these values. So afterwards here you are observing here /n, automatically control will move to the next line. So here it will be displayed as it is. Plus means you are appending. Okay, wherever the plus is stored it is appending, and wherever the /n is provided it will go to the next line. Okay, yes. Likewise you have typed the content till to here. Okay, till to here. Next you are taking the text area object. Text area object, you are creating new text area. In the text area you are supplying the value with the 10 number of lines and 30 number of character per line. 10 number of lines and 30 character per line. Okay, please observe here text area text. What is the text area? Control class. For this class you are creating the object as text. How you are saying it is an object? You are using new text area, right? And what is the value? Whatever the value is present, that will be displayed in how many number of rows? It is the number of rows is number of lines is 10. Okay, number of lines is 10, with each line 30 character has to display. So sometimes if the content is more, automatically scroll bar will be taken place. Okay, if the scroll bar is content is more, automatically scroll bar will takes. Okay, so next you have to add this control to your component. So to add this control to your component we have to use add method. Yes, let us try. If you run this program we are displaying the output like this, but anyhow let us try once again. Let me copy and open your editor. No, we have not copied, right? Yes, let me take new file, pasting, and we have to save it with text area demo, file, save text area demo dot java, save in bin, come here, alt enter, cdjdk 1.4/bin java c text area demo.java. Now run it. Applet viewer, text area demo.java. So it has opened here. You are seeing I'm maximizing wherever the location you have specified. In that specified height and width it is displaying, right? So kindly count, kindly observe here 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 28 29 30 characters. Actually 30 characters wide, but according to your specification we have not mentioned it is taking more characters. No problem, automatically it will expands. Already we told, right? If the content is more, automatically scroll bars are getting. Okay, so if you are getting a scroll bar means number of characters is also increased. This should be displayed within a 10 lines. Let me check. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So within the 10 lines, 10 rows, all the contents are fed. Each line it has to take 30 characters, but according to your condition it may vary. Okay, yes. So that's about your text area control. So if you run this, you are getting output like this. Already we have seen. So in this chapter you have learned about, let us have a wide look, short look. In this chapter we have learned AWT controls. In this chapter it will ask 2 to 3 controls as a mixed form, 2 to 3 controls as a mixed form. So you should be very cautious and you should learn these layout managers, and you have to identify what are the control, what are the various control we have learned. These are the labels we have learned: push buttons, check boxes, choice list, scroll bars, text editing. In the text editing you have learned about text editing as well as the text field as well as the text area. Okay, so adding and removing method we have learned. First label control, and next button control, right? Rough revision I am giving. Checkboxes, checkbox group, methods, listeners, and sample programs, checkbox groups. If you make it as a checkbox group, radio buttons will become, right? And the choice controls are nothing but in a drop down list combo box. Simply we can say it is a combo box, right? It is appearing like this. If you take it as a list controls, then it is a list box. Okay, list box, and here you are seeing the list controls. And next one is the scroll bars. Now only we have learned about the scroll bars. So if you want to place the scroll bar controls, you can take scroll bars and a text field. So to place text fields, then we have to supposed to use and next text area controls. Okay, so by using these controls you are making graphical user interfaces in your Java. Okay, and also we have to learn the arrangement of that controls. Okay, and we will move to the next chapter. The next chapter is our slide. Yes, Java slide unit 4. So till now we have completed 14 and 15. We are moving to the chapter 16. Okay, now layout managers, arranging of your control. Okay, layout means arranging of your controls, right? So this layout managers we are learning chapter 16. Let us see understanding of your layout managers. A layout manager automatically arrange your controls within a window using some type of algorithms. So if you want to arrange automatical arrangements of your control in a window, you have to follow some type of algorithms. Let us see. Each container object, please observe here, each container object has a layout manager associated with it. Whatever the layout manager you are using, a layout manager is associated with each container objects. So we have to supposed to use, till now we are using component objects, right? Now we are learning container objects. Okay, a layout manager is an instance of any class that implements a layout manager interface. This layout manager is the instance variable of any class. Instance means object or variable. Okay, a layout manager is an variable of any class that implements layout manager interface. So it may be an object of any type, any class of which implements layout manager interface. The layout manager is set by the set layout method. So you can layout the manager, you are setting the layout of the manager by calling set layout method. If you call set layout method, then you are making the arrangement of your control in your containers. Okay, if no call to set layout is made, then the default layout manager is used. If you have not specified any layout, if you have not used the set layout method, then the default set layout method is asked. So here also in this chapter also 2 questions will definitely ask. Okay, so please go through this chapter very carefully. 2 questions are compulsory from this chapter. Whenever a container is resized or sized for the first time, the layout manager is used to position each of component with it. Whenever you are resizing your container, your window, container is nothing but your window, right? So if you resize your window, the layout manager is used to position each of the component. Whatever the component you have placed in your window, please observe here, component means controls. Where you are placing your controls? In a window. Then window is acting as a container. When you resize your container, what happens? It will be affect to your component also. It will be affect to your control also. Okay, please make a note. Okay, whenever you resize the window, whatever the controls present in that window will also be resized. Okay, so the set layout method has the following general form. Here set layout method consists of the following general syntax. Let us see here. Void set layout, we have to suppose to use void set layout. Here layout manager comma layout object. Here we have to take layout manager object, layout manager class, and layout manager class you have to suppose to specify layout object parameter. Okay, yes. Now here it is said the same thing. Layout object is a reference to the desired layout manager, and if you wish to disable the layout manager and its position component manually, pass null for layout object. If you don't want to refer layout object reference, then you can pass simply as a null. Okay, if you do this, you will need to determine the shape and position of each component manually using the setBounds method defined by the component. So if you don't use these set layout method, then you have to arrange your control manually by using setBounds method. By using setBounds method, you can place your control in your window. Your window is your container. Your components are tools. Your container is a place where to hold the tools. Okay, whenever the container needs to be resized, the layout manager is consulted via its minimum layout size and preferred layout size method. Whenever you are resizing, what you are resizing? Your window. If you try to resize your window, then layout manager is consulted. Your layout manager is meets some of the methods. One is minimum layout method and another one is preferred layout size method. Minimum layout size method and preferred layout size method. This is just like as our minimize, maximize or restore method. Okay, each component, please observe here, each component means control. Each component that is being managed by a layout manager contained the get preferred size and get minimum size method. It consists of get preferred size and get minimum size methods. Okay, comprises of get preferred size and get minimum size methods. Okay, get preferred size and get minimum size methods. Java has several predefined layout manager classes. We are having several layout manager classes. We can use layout manager that best fits your application. So we have to use our own layout managers whichever suits for our applications. Okay, first one is a flow layout. Let us understand this layout managers. Okay, first one is flow layout. Flow layout is the default layout manager. Flow layout is the default layout manager. This is the default layout manager. Even if you specify, not specify, automatically controls are arranged in your container as flow layout. Okay, flow layout implements a simple layout style which is similar to how word flows in a text editor. So it will use simple layout styles just like as a word you type in your text editor. If you type in a text editor, how it is insertion point moves either from left to right or right to left. It is from left to right. So automatically whatever the controls you are taking, it will be arranged left to right. Okay, so it will arrange left to right. Okay, the direction of the layout is governed by the container's component orientation property, which by default is left to right, top to bottom. So here you are specifying the direction of orientation of your components. By default it is from left to right as well as top to bottom. Left to right as well as top to bottom. Got it? Okay. So therefore by default components are laid out line by line beginning at the upper corner. So whatever the component you are placing, that will be fit upper left corner. This is upper left corner to end of the screen. Once it is hit, it will move to the next line. Okay, whenever you resize this window, automatically control moves top to bottom. Okay, so that is the thing he is suggesting here. In all cases, when a line is filled, layout advance to the next line. So whenever it moves to the whenever the first line is filled, it will move to the next line. A small space is left between each component. For every component, it consists of a small gap. So you have to notify that above and below as well as left and right. So a small space is left between each components above and below as well as left and right. Let us see the flow layout component constructors. Okay, yes, flow layout constructors. The flow layout of a blank, there is we have not specified the style, and here the flow layout of int how, you have to specify the style, and here int how, int horizontal comma int vertical. If you specify how, it may be left or center or bottom or right or whatever it may be, how may be the value. Here you are specifying horizontal as vertical. Horizontal and vertical means you have to specify horizontal values as well as vertical values. Now we'll see the first form creates the default layout which centers components and leaves 5 pixels of space between each component. So here we are creating the default layout which is a center components and leaves 5 pixels of space between each component. So for every component to component, one control to another control, how much of a space is there? 5 pixel space. The second form let you specify how each line is aligned. Valid values are as follows. So you have to align flow layout dot left. If you specify as a left, it will be left aligned. Flow layout dot center, the control will be aligned from center onwards. Flow layout dot right, it will align from right onwards. Flow layout dot leading means starting, and flow layout dot tailing specifies the end. These values specify left, center, right, leading edge and tailing edge alignments respectively. The third constructors allow you how to specify the horizontal and vertical space left between components in horizontal and vertical respectively. So to understand this better concept, you will see one simple example. Let us see this simple example. Now you have to give more attention on this program. Okay, let us see. These packages are common: import java.awt.star, import java.awt.event.star, import java.applets. These packages are important. And next you are writing the applet tag, applet code, flow layout demo. The name of the class is a flow layout demo, and you have specified width and height, and you have closed applet tag. Now you are writing the class public class flow layout demo, public class flow layout demo extends applet. So it inherits applet. Okay, so if it is inherits applet, you are to implement item listeners. So some of our item listeners you are using. If you are using item listeners, means some of the checkboxes are present, right? Okay, now string message, you are using the checkbox object WinXP, WinVista, Solaris Mac. Last you have already done this, and you are initializing public void init, and you are taking in the initialization you are setting the layout manager. Please observe here. In the init method, you are first writing set layout of new flow layout. So which style you are taking? Default flow layout. Even if you specify or not specify, it is a flow layout, but here compulsory we are specifying set layout. You are taking new flow layout dot left. So you are also specifying how you are specifying left alignment. Okay, next you are creating the WinXP checkbox. So you are creating checkbox object. Now you have created checkbox. The label should be appear on that checkbox is Windows XP, and it's null, and it's a true. True means default it is selected. And Windows checkbox you are creating with the label Windows Vista. Solaris checkbox you are creating with the label Solaris. Mac checkbox you are creating Mac checkbox with label macOS. And next you are adding these checkboxes to your container. Add WinXP, WinVista, WinSolaris, Mac. Whenever you click these checkboxes, some of item listeners will execute. So here we are adding events. WinXP dot add item listener of this. If you click the XP, according to that XP it has to generate some events. Okay, WinVista it has to generate some events. Solaris generate event, Mac generate event. So to generate events we are using add item listener of this. And next you are returning one method public void item state change method. To execute these events we have to use these listeners, right? Public void item state changed, public void item state change, item event, i.e. repaint method. So whenever you call these methods it will redisplay. So if it is a redisplay means automatically control move to the paint method. Public void paint graphics G, here you are taking the message, you are displaying current state, as well as G dot drawString you are displaying the content as message at 6 and 80, where the 6 and 80 intersection points. Okay, and next you are displaying the message Windows XP plus Windows XP dot get state method. It checks whether it is selected or not selected. So it will get either true or false. Okay, and next G dot drawString you are displaying. If you do the Vista also, you are displaying the get state method, Solaris get state method, and Mac get state method, and you are displaying the content by using G dot drawString. So if you run this program, here these 4 checkboxes will aligned from left to right. Okay, it has been aligned from left to right and information is displayed. But if you maximize this, it will become within one single line according to your content. So to better understand, let me copy this program. Let me copy and check whether it will work or not. Paste it, pasting, copy and paste. Now save. How to save? What is the name of the file to save? Flow layout demo, right? Copy and file, new, sorry, we have to save, right? File, save, and we have to ensure that we are saving in JDK 1.4 .java. Save it, reduce the screen size, move to the command and log out from the default directory. Just a minute. cd alt enter, right? Okay, cd slash cd jdk 1.4 slash bin. Now alt enter. What is the name of the file? Flow layout demo. Okay, java c flow layout demo dot java. Yes, there is no error. Let me run. How to run? Applet viva flow layout demo.java. Yes, please observe here it is showing in minimal screen whenever maximize my browser, my container, then you are identifying your controls are appear within one single line. Got it? Suppose if I resize my container means my browser. Please observe here I'm dragging slowly. Automatically control is arranging from left to right. Okay, please observe. Got it? Right. So this is about your layout manager. This is about your layout manager. Clear? Yes. Likewise, you can resize your container. Whenever I click here, it will display. If I click here, it will display. Right? If I click, it will show false. So this is of your get state method. Okay. Hope you understand this concept. How we are organizing our control in your component. Okay, so that is your flow layout manager. And next we are moving to the next layout is border layout. So question will ask any or explain any two layouts or border layout or flow layout or some other layouts. Okay, so we have to be very cautious whenever doing these programs, or this chapter is also very important. Let us see, default layout is a flow layout. Even if you specify or not, it will be taken place as a flow layout. We are moving to the border layout. The border layout class implements a common layout style for top level windows. So it implements a common layout style for top level windows. We are using border layout. It has 4 narrow fixed width component at the edges and 1 large area in the center. So as we know what is a border is a combination of 4 sides with the center area. Right here it is suggesting the same thing, 4 narrow and fixed width component at the edges and 1 large area in the center. The 4 sides are referred to as north by border layout. If you are using these 4 sides, these 4 sides are referred by north by the border layout. Okay, now border layout blank, it is the default constructor, and border layout of int horizontal, int vertical. You are specifying horizontal space as well as vertical space, height and width. Okay, yes, sorry, width and height. Horizontal means width, vertical means height. Okay, the first form default. Yes, border layout defines the following constants that specifies the reason. Here we are having some constant. That constants are you are seeing border layout dot center. So content should be appear in the center. Border layout dot south it will display east side, west side, north side. So whenever we plot a border for our controls, then automatically default it will takes north. So north, south, east, west. Okay, suppose if I take here, what is the north point? If I drag one, just a minute, if I drag one graph here, so here what is the north point? This is the north point. Okay, this is the north, this is the south, east, and okay, so likewise it will be taken. Okay, yes, when adding component you will use this constant with the following form. So if you want to add these components, these values, we have to supposed to use add component method. Add method we have to implement. Okay, yes, so here syntax is void add component object comma object reason. Here we have to add the component object as well as object reason. You have to specify the object reason as one of these values. Okay, here already suggested the same thing. Let us see, here is a simple example which explains border layout with a component in each layout area. Right, let us give more attention on this border layout. then you can identify what exactly happening here. Now import java.awt.star, import java.applet.star, import java.util.star. So here are seeing one of a new package, that is util package. Okay, so import java.awt.star, import java.applet.star, import java.util.star, one of a new package we are using in our program. So by using this utility package, it will generate your border layout concept. Now we are writing applet tag, applet in the code. We are supplying the name of the class and width and height and end of the applet code. Now we are writing the class. What is the name of the class? Border layout demo. So it is a public extends applets. Here we do not have any action listeners, so we are not performing anything. We are just taking some border layouts. Okay. Now we are taking public void init method, initialization method. In the initialization method I am taking set layout new border layout. So automatically what is the layout I am taking? Border layout. Whatever the control I am taking, automatically it will assign. Automatically it will assign, arrange. Okay. Now let us just take here add new button. You are directly adding a new button. You are directly adding a new button to your container. So then what is the content should be displayed on that button? This is across the top. This is across the top is the value should be appear on that button, and its border layout you are specifying as north. What is the border layout you are specifying? You are specifying it as north. In the north side, in the topmost, it has to be supposed to appear. And next you are adding one new label. Add new label. You are adding new label. The content of a label is the footer message might go here, and this should be appear border layout dot south. So exactly down. This is the top and this is bottom. North means top, south means bottom. Okay. Yes. Okay. Now next you are creating one more button. You are adding the button, add new button of right. The text should be appear on that button is right, and its layout is east. East means right. East means right. Okay. And you are adding one more button with text as left, text as left, and its layout is west, border layout dot west. And you are displaying the string message. This is whatever the string message we are displayed here, it will be appear in the text area control. Please observe here, you are adding new text area. In the text area you are adding the message. The message consists of this message and its border layout is center. So the text area control is in the center of all the controls we have specified in our applets, and it is center aligned. Okay. So whenever we run this program, you can observe the difference. Yes, let us see. Copying, taking new file, pasting, copying and pasting. Okay. Yes, let me save this border layout demo. Copy and file, save and paste .java, enter, and come here, alt enter, java c border layout demo.java, no error, applet beaver border layout demo.java. So whenever we run our program, it is across the top. In our code we have specified it as north, it is right, right means east, west means left, this footer message goes here means south. Okay, and this is the text area. This text area layout we have already specified center. Okay, whether it is visible, right? Yes, now it is visible, right? Yes. So north, south, east, west, and this content is in south, center. Okay, so likewise you can execute your program, and you have to give more attention on this border layout. Okay, yes, you can give border layout.